The crack echoed through the training dome like a gunshot. Cadet Marcus Flynn hit the ground hard, blood streaming from his shattered nose, staining the white combat mat crimson. Above him, Instructor Velkoth, 7 feet of chitinous armor and cold calculation, loomed like a monument to violence. Pathetic, the Krillian hissed, his mandibles clicking with disdain. Your species begged for admission to the Galactic Defense Corps. This is what Earth sends. Soft meat in a uniform? Marcus struggled to his knees, vision blurring. Around the training ring, cadets from a dozen worlds watched in silence. Some wore expressions of pity. Others, particularly the Krillian students, displayed what might have been satisfaction. Velkoth had made no secret of his contempt for humanity's inclusion in the Corps. Humans were fragile, he proclaimed on the first day. Slow to heal, weak in body, governed by emotion rather than logic. They had no place among warriors. Again, Velkoth commanded. Marcus rose on trembling legs. Blood dripped from his chin. The combat protocol was clear, yield or continue. He'd never yielded before. Wouldn't start now. He assumed the fighting stance, and Velkoth struck like a meteor. The instructor's movements were surgical, each blow calculated to inflict maximum pain without permanent damage. A strike to the solar plexus drove the air from Marcus's lungs. A sweep took his legs. When he tried to guard his face, Velkoth targeted his ribs. The beating lasted 30 seconds. It felt like hours. When Marcus finally couldn't rise, Velkoth stepped over him. Dismissed. All of you. Except you, human. Report to medical, then to my office. Marcus spent 40 minutes in the medbay. The automated systems repaired his nose, sealed his cuts, and injected him with pain suppressors. But they couldn't heal his pride, couldn't erase the memory of Velkoth's contempt. He was walking toward the instructor's office, still tasting blood, when the alarm shattered the station's calm. Hull breach. Section 7. All personnel evacuate immediately. Marcus ran toward the sound of tearing metal. Section 7, the training wing. His feet carried him against the flow of fleeing cadets, toward the groaning superstructure and the sudden, terrible silence of vacuum. He found Velkoth pinned beneath a collapsed support beam. The instructor's armor was cracked, green blood seeping through fissures. His breathing came in ragged clicks. Leave, Velkoth rasped when he saw Marcus. Save yourself. Marcus assessed the situation in seconds. The beam was too heavy, the angle wrong. He couldn't lift it. But the emergency protocols, he'd memorized them all, the way he memorized everything, the way he compensated for being slower, weaker than the others. I'm going to move you, Marcus said. This will hurt. He didn't wait for permission. Gripping Velkoth under the arms, Marcus pulled. The instructor's scream was inhuman, a sound of pure agony. Something in his spine had broken, Marcus realized. Every movement was torture. But Marcus didn't stop. 40 seconds, that's what the structural integrity warning had given them. 40 seconds before this section was sealed and vented. He dragged Velkoth through the corridor, the instructor's weight nearly doubling his own. His muscles screamed. His lungs burned. Behind them, emergency doors began to descend. 20 seconds. Marcus's vision tunneled. His legs were going numb. Velkoth had gone silent, either unconscious or dead. 10 seconds. He threw himself forward, pulling the instructor's body with him, sliding across the threshold as the emergency door slammed shut behind them. The sound of explosive decompression was muffled by 3 feet of reinforced steel. Medical teams swarmed them immediately. As they loaded Velkoth onto a stretcher, the instructor's eyes opened. They found Marcus, and something passed between them, recognition, perhaps. Understanding. Humans, Velkoth whispered, his voice barely audible, do not know when to quit. Marcus smiled through his exhaustion, blood still dried on his face. No sir. We really don't. The instructor's mandibles moved in what might have been a smile. Good. Report to my office when you've recovered. We have much work to do, Cadet Flynn. As they carried Velkoth away, Marcus collapsed against the wall, every muscle in his body trembling. 40 seconds. That's all it had taken to change everything.